Hello guys! Buenos dias, buenas tardes, and buenas noches sa inyong lahat. Papractice ako ng Spanish. Anyway, welcome ulit sa another episode ng Geeks Out of Nowhere. Kasama ko ulit ngayon sila John, Eugene, and Mandy. Hi guys! Musta?
Hello.
Ayun. Mandy galing pa sa ano yan. Isang recording. Ayun. So, musta?
Okay naman.
Okay naman.
Na-addict ako dun sa Pokemon TCG game sa phone.
Uy, meron na palang ganun.
Nagre-research kasi ako for something secret na pinagtatrabaho ko ngayon.
I think na-mention mo na to dati.
Sa chat siguro, group chat natin, pero mostly na ko dun sa research ko dun sa for work. Kasi may balak kaming gawin.
Yes.
Secret muna. Saan na muna.
Sige. Okay. Sige. Ano muna yung kayo pag-uusapan natin ngayon? Interesting rin yung mga nangyari ngayon in the wrestling world, no? Both local and international. Intergalactic. Sige. Anong gusto nyo from the big guns international or top down or bottom up?
Bottom up na lang, local muna.
Local.
Tama si Mandy kanina.
Sige, local muna tayo. So, sige. Gusto muna nating i-highlight yung yung pagkapanalo ni Jeff Cobb and yung impact nun sa FPW. So, impact nun sa FPW Championship belt, no? So, what do you guys think about it? Alam ko na-discussan natin to noon, Eugene, but any additional input? Kaya napalabas na na-feature na sa NJPW yung FPW belt.
Yeah, I take it back. It's a good decision and si Kabanging. At least yung him bringing the belt to NJPW, I think ito na yung sasabihin nating lahat, no? Sabihin ko na yung sasabihin, nasa isip natin lahat. It brings eyes to the product. Tsaka yung scene natin sa bansa na to. Kasi para at least, hindi, parang pag-wrestling, yun lang iisipin na Mexico, Japan, and US lang. Or UK, in that, at least may eyes on our local product na. So it's a good thing. So I take back my, what I said last show na, last podcast na, parang hindi ko gusto na si Cobb ang nanalo.
Yari ka kay Jeff Cobb.
Pagbalik ka, yari ka kay Jeff Cobb.
Gumawa pa naman kami.
Oo nga. Pwede ka na sa Caloocan Lake.
What?
The Imperial unit. Pero ikaw, the metric unit. Ikaw, Mandy, what's your thought naman?
Excuse me. Magandang, I'm not sure kasi hindi ko pa nakikita yung full extent na kinakapitalize ni Red Olero yung pagiging international star ni Jeff Cobb. It's one thing na dalhin yung belt sa Japan and show it off and ma-announce siya as yun? FPW. It's one thing. It's one thing to showcase that, pero it's another to ano ba? Paano bang tamang word doon? Highlight, I guess. Pero maaga pa. Maaga pa kasi to say, but it's a good thing. Tama si Eugene. Minsan kailangan ng rub ng isang championship to make it prestige. One of the reasons why yung naalala niyo yung Universal title, nung bago-bago pa siya pinahawak nila with the likes of Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, kasi although part-timers sila, pero 'di ba, sa mainstream scene kasi or sa mga local, tawag doon? Yung mga tawag doon sa mga fans na yung mga casuals na kilala nila si Goldberg and Brock. Pero at that time, they don't know who Kevin Owens is, di ba?
Yep.
Kasi naging Universal Champion siya, Finn Balor, one-day champion. Parang ganun yan sa ano natin, sa atin, na locally, FPW will be recognized globally. Kasi, if I'm not mistaken, usually ang kakolab ng mga gaijin is MWF at the time, pero Toso ngayon. Tapos parang ngayon lang yata sa FPW na may ganyang klaseng level of collaboration with a gaijin. So, diba? It puts us on the map. I'm excited to see how Red Olero is gonna capitalize on it.
That's right.
Okay. How about you, John? Same ideas lang rin or ano?
Yeah. Like, I get yung sinasabi ni Eugene nga na part-time champion siya. Like, well, given kasi si FPW, hindi naman siya monthly or every 2 months yung shows niya. Like, it should be fine. Pero lang na ngayon, di ba, parang may weekly show siya sa YouTube? If tama sabi.
Yeah,
nalala ko.
FPW Astig second season na. Showing every
weekly siya?
Weekly. Every Thursdays lumalabas sa YouTube channel nila. So, now they're highlighting now they're highlighting na yung or pinapalabas na nila yung championship reign ni lahat ng matches after the championship tournament. And then last episode pinalabas yung championship defense ni Mike Madrigal against Cali Nueva. So if everyone missed that match, please watch the FPW Astig second season on YouTube. So yun. Andun yung matches. Andun yung mga matches na yun until mag-record ata sila ulit sa February.
I think hanggang Jeff Club na daw yung season 2 nila eh. Yan yung mention. Though, sasabihin ko din na yung episode na yun, na-enjoy ko yun sobra kasi
ayun, doon ka. Nakita kita doon.
Kinamusta ko pa si Mike noon kasi nung sa dive spot nila, nasa harap ko lang si Mike. Kasi nakataligod siya gano'n, sasaluhin niya si Kali. Tumama pa yung ulo niya sa upuan. Sabi ko, sir, okay na po ba kayo?
Teka lang. Hindi, wala ako nun. Kasi kung andun ako kasi ang match nun kasama dun si yung galing pa sa UK na isa. Si Matt Wolf ba 'yon?
Matt Wolf.
Matt Wolf yung kasama si Sir John.
Kasama si Sir John nun. Oo.
Yung iba pang show 'yon. Yun yung after ng kasaysayan ata. Yeah.
Oo, tama. Sige.
Siya ba yung dati sa Imperium? Ay, hindi. Alexander Wolf pala yun.
Oo. Iba pa.
Ang Wolf, yun yung return ni, well, spoilers, return ni AB3. Yung drummer ng Kamikaze. Sorry, AB3, pan ako. Kaya niya ako kunin yung poster na to. Idol ko po kayo. Sigma.
Okay, so from FPW naman, let's move on to Puso Wrestling naman. So John, may upcoming show sila sa Brawl Pit Bulusan November 30 din, no?
Yes.
Yeah, Pusong Pinoy Champ.
Ito yung
magkikita. Ako hindi ako VIP.
Oo nga, anong nangyari? Ba't hindi ka nag-VIP?
Wala na ako sa budget eh. Okay na yun sa akin. Okay na. Parang feeling ko
magkano yung VIP nila?
999. 1,000.
Eh ako yung pero binili ko yung bundle yung parang 1.8 lang. Kasi kasabay ko si Lev, so
ayos yun. Kasi may yun, di ba? May parang may meet and greet rin ba yun?
Lahat naman nakaka-meet and greet technically, lalo na pag ganitong show lang. Pero more of may poster siya. Saka, yun nga, parang it's a small way for me to support the local scene na kaya naman. So, why not? So, yun, nakumpleto na pala yung dito, isa lang yung gusto kong i-highlight dito sa match na to, no? Yung Pwersang Pinay Gauntlet match. Kasi, ang daming nakakagulat na pangyayari na
na tumambad sa atin yung mga reveals ng mga Pinay wrestlers na nandito sa match na to.
Oo nga eh.
Like for example, guest referee bigla si Yapi from Ice
Guest lang pala siya.
Oo.
Akala ko kasama siya.
Hindi, guest referee siya. So, pero kung papaanoin siya, kung babanggain siya, di siya di siya sa second thought na
yung
bugbugin yung ibang wrestlers doon. And then, syempre, yung isa sa pinaka nakakagulat doon is yung pagsama ni Robin coming from FPW and na-invite siya to join the gauntlet match. So, John,
pero may isa pa, di ba?
Oh yeah, may isa pang i-reveal na baka sa show na
nagulat ako kaya hinahanap ko eh.
Sino pa kaya? Wala pa eh. Di pa sinasabi kung sino.
Okay. Sino si Roxy?
Baka dun na.
Roxy,
FPW rin?
Hindi siya FPW.
Pero may Roxy sila sa FPW. Pero
si Roxy Reeves. Pero
feeling ko hindi siya. Kasi,
so sino to?
Masyado nang confusing kung dalawa yung Roxy yung ilalagay nila sa card.
Oo. Ang daming nag-comment na hanapin ko. Ato, Roxy sa
FPW yan, di ba?
Hindi, iba pa siya.
Hindi. Ibang Roxy yan. Kasi kung si
sa
Roxy
Dubai. WrestleFest DXB. Sa Dubai.
Pero parang Pilipina, no?
Oo, parang Pinay nga ang itsura.
Asian.
Oo, Pinay nga siya. Pinay siya.
Okay.
So, itong si Roxy with the double X. She's a wrestler from Dubai. So, Pinay siya. And isa siya sa homegrown ng Dubai wrestling.
So, kasama siya si Shaheen.
Kaya po.
Yung kakalaban niya,
OFW siguro, no?
OFW. Shaheen. Nice. Naalala ko tuloy si yung character sa Tekken, si Shaheen. Anyway, yun nga parang sinasabi na parang it opened the forbidden door for FPW and Puso Wrestling. Pero I think naman it's possible naman talaga na magkaroon ng mga ganyang crossovers.
Yeah. Lalo na kasi I'm assuming si Puso Wrestling, mga wrestlers na nagpapatakbo, hindi na management eh. So they'll be more open to this.
Sa creative.
So, malay natin, one of old Puso Wrestling or MWF wrestlers, baka may makita tayo sa FPW.
I think they'll do that one day na yung mag-aaway silang dalawa. One day. Feel ko.
Why not?
Diba?
Ayos yan.
Like that eh.
YouTube Wars.
siguro hanap tayo ng this would be a good time para mag-match up tayo kung sino yung gusto natin makitang match up if ever mangyari yun.
Admittedly, hindi makakatulong dyan.
Sige, try lang muna natin.
Mag-try lang tayo.
Try lang muna, fantasy booking lang muna tayo ng FPW versus Puso Wrestling. Sinong gusto nyo makitang mag-match up?
Ako, isa.
Sige.
Pre-show.
Sige, pre-show.
Si, Hakay Mateo, tsaka si Kaibigang Alien, tsaka si Legendarius, tsaka si, Sigma versus
Jason Rex.
Jason Rex. Tama tayo.
I also dito. Yun rin yung nasa isip ko. Yun yung
Sigma Men versus Weeaboo Weeaboo Energy.
Ang ganda nung yun nga rin yung naisip ko na pambungad na match up tag team between Hakay Mateo kaibigang Alien versus the Sigma Boys.
Ang magaling pong kaibigang Alien.
Hindi ko rin alam eh.
Is it the first time?
Yeah.
Akala ko nga si JDL lang yung naka-mask.
Grabe na.
Iba yung mask ni JDL. Manok yung mask niya eh. Parang ginaya nga niya si Cody Rhodes pero manok yung mask niya.
Ito yung gusto ko ngayon sa
Cody Rhodes.
Even though hindi ko siya napapanood. Gusto ko si Hakai Mateo at si Kaibigang Alien. Pag nagko-collab silang dalawa, parang 50 franc video. Nakakawa ako eh.
Ba't may video sila?
May mga may mga skits sila sa pinopost ni Hakai.
Hindi ko pinapapanood.
Parang tineleport siya niya, no? Ni Kaibigang Alien. Natawa ko sa mukha niya.
masipag mag si Hakai Mateo.
Mag-post no?
Mag-post,
I think kaya hindi ko nakikita. Rami niya masyado mag-post eh.
Kasi nagre-repost din siya ng mga memes ng anime memes, ganyan. Tsaka mga kaya medyo natatabunan.
Yung nga, like ngayon binabrowse ko lahat puro anime lang. Wala akong makita ang nila, skit nila.
Ayun. So, any other match-up? Okay, sige. Out muna si Eugene. Sige.
Wala, si Jeff Hardy laban si Robin.
Robin Zane?
Oo.
Si Jeffrey Tigasi.
Ayos yun. Bakit?
Parehong high flyer pero isang malaki, isang maliit.
Oh, okay yun. So, what would be the edge of Robin Zane against siguro yung advantage siguro ni Jeffrey Jan would be his heft and his weight. Pero he's yung
malaki pa rin siya regardless. Diba?
Pero syempre yung speed and yung agility ni Robin Zane papasok din doon.
Yes.
Oo, yun yung magiging alas ni ni Robin Zane against Jeffrey. But yeah.
Pero feeling ko pag pinaglaban niya si Jeffrey mananalo just because napansin ko recently si Robin Zane madalas na siya natatalo eh.
Well, siguro depende na lang sa nila yan. Sa booking nila or paano nila yung
hindi ko alam bakit eh. Parang sobrang dalas matalo ngayon ni Robin Zane.
Well, yeah, maybe
without looking bad, without looking weak. Pero madalas.
How about you, Mandy? Meron kang fantasy booking with
local scene?
Between Puso Wrestling. If ever magkaroon ng FPW versus Puso Wrestling match.
Wait, meron ako na dati. Basta yung isa from FPW si Tiago. And then si El Catiponero, 'di ba, nasa Puso Wrestling siya?
Oo.
I wanna see that match kasi like I said the last time, si Tiago, he's a really good heel.
Yes.
In and out of the ring, he keeps kayfabe alive. Kahit sa yung sa parang group page or community page ng FPW. In character si Hayop. pero pagkausap mo siya in person, sobrang bite niya, down to earth. I'm a huge fan of Tiago. Tapos, yun. El Catiponero, I was a fan of him before, way before pandemic yata. I don't know if PWR I guess PWR at the time, huh? Or, yeah. So, I wanna see that match. Parang heel and face balance.
Nice.
Si Jomar, para alam ko kung sino.
Sige, hulaan mo.
JDL versus Madrigal.
Yeah, pero
hindi pa.
Hindi lang siya. I want to see din parang gusto ko nga Fatal 4-Way.
Fabio
ba?
Fabio saka si Quattro with Mike Madrigal.
Si Quattro?
Oo.
Kasi naalala ko kinukwento mo sa akin yung past ni JDL sa ni Madrigal eh.
Oo.
So parang it's a good continuation lang of the past stories.
Yes. And dito, siguro may isa kung isa pang match, I guess Cali Nueva versus Nigel San Jose. Yun yung mga dream matchups lang natin. If ever they would collapse
magkaroon man.
They would collapse the the wall separating them or something.
Yeah. The Forbidden Wall.
Pero yun, no? So,
The Forbidden Wall.
So, yun nga, ayun, napag-usapan na rin naman natin yung matchup, no? So, I think another interesting match under the card is yung dalawang makakalaban ni JDL dito from Japan and
Oo
from
nga
Dubai.
eh.
So, sige.
Medyo nagulat ako doon. Of course, hindi ko kilala yung other two, but like, yung nga, it's always interesting to see foreigners come in. Lalo na most of the time, like, I think 80% of the time, napansin ko, like, sobrang maswabe sila mag-wrestling.
Yes.
So, the rub is really, like, sila Gore and Dr. Gore ba yun? Saka si Butcher. Like, my God, ang galing nila.
Even Alexis Lee sa
Alexis Lee, yes,
Jam of the Joshis. And
yes,
si
God.
Yuki Kamifuku.
Hindi ko napanood, unfortunately.
Speaking of Alexis Lee.
Yes.
Wag na. Never mind.
Ano yan?
Sabay mo na, nandito na tayo eh.
Wala lang, may nakita lang kasi ako. Pero, I don't think it's for this, I don't think it's for your platform. Pero may nakita lang ako sa isang match sa Puso, I guess, na nandun si Alexis Lee. It was, nakalimutan ko sino kalaban niya. Si Chelsea ba?
Wait, Puso Wrestling, MWF?
Puso, recent lang. Yung huling balik ni Alexis Lee.
Jam of the Joshis.
Yun, Jam of the Joshis, yun.
Yeah.
Yan. So, I think the match was good. And, Alexis Lee, fan ako ni Alexis Lee. Hindi alam ng marami, pero nakakausap ko siya sa Twitter. Di ba Eugene? Nakakausap ko siya sa Twitter about
Twitter, pero mostly
kasi mga bagay-bagay lang. Open naman, open sila
open
sa mga fans. Sobrang bait na ni Alexis Lee pa. Sobrang tropa niya. And I've seen her matches I think in Vietnam, VPW, and Singapore. Solid.
Oo.
SPW.
Saka madali siyang pwede siyang kainuman.
Man. Nakikita ko yung mga tweet niya. Puro San Miguel.
Oo.
Pilsen. Sabi ko lang.
Ini-istro pa niya. Yun yung nakakatawa. Doon sa isang press conference, ini-istro niya yung Phil Pilsen.
Parang, kaya nga, yung AirPods, parang may time na nag-post siya ng Pilsen na maestro. Sabi ko, I remember my father, but he's gone now. Kasi, ginagawa ng tatay ko. Dati. Nakakatawa yun sa Alexis Lee. Big fan.
Yeah.
More power to you, Alexis Lee.
Yes. Special shout out. Pero, go.
Ay, sorry. May napansin lang ako kasi parang ang common nung face paint nila ngayon. Kasi alam ko may ganun si Thunder Rosa. Tapos si Darby Allin. Tapos siya. Tapos may iba pa eh. So parang may ba siya? May symbolism ba siya sa professional wrestling? Or
yung kalahating skull?
Oo, yung kalahating skull. Parang ang common yung recently.
Feel ko wala lang. Astig lang siya.
Astig lang, no?
Oo.
Welcome to the Black Parade.
Saka na curious, John.
Yun nga, if may thing ba siya?
Feel
ko wala. Angas lang.
Kaya nga eh. Pero,
si Darby Allin rin. Eto,
so, mostly parang gagawa sila ng ganong, pero kung gano'n na siya ka-common, no? Kung weird naman nun. Baka may homage sila to a wrestler na magaling pero hindi siya ganun kakilala.
Wala, kasi like si Thunder Rosa, lang raw, like may parang
Mexican heritage.
Gusto niya to get more Latino fans. So ginamit nila yung design na yun, yung galing sa Dia de los Muertos.
Sa Coco?
Basically sa Coco.
Or Book of Life.
Yeah, so Book of Life. Yeah, I think it's just like parang it just looks nice. So
it does. Ang sabi dito, sign of someone who's accepting death or willing to accept death.
Si Darby Allin yun.
Papakamatay every match.
Papakamatay, grabe, my God. Likod dun, di ko alam
ikaw ba naman may finisher na pangalan? Coffin drop eh.
Diba?
Bahala na yung bahala na yung kalaban mo sumalo sa'yo.
Dude,
Ayan,
Kofi yung sumalo sa kanya last time, man.
Grabe.
Pag hindi
Nasa
magsayo,
international na
whoops!
tayo.
Kailangan
Nasa
nila
international
mag-usap ni Mick
waters.
Foley, man.
Okay, bigla na tayo sa international waters eh. So, yeah.
Mick Foley.
Sige.
Pero yeah, like, interesting tong match ni JDL. Very curious to see how these two international wrestlers are gonna be. Like, medyo weird eh, kasi isa mukhang lightweight, yung isa heavyweight.
Oo.
Kasi JDL nasa gitna. So, like, it will be a curious match.
So, nasa gitna si JDL, so middleweight siya.
Middleweight siya, middleweight. Tama. Isang lightweight, isang heavyweight, isang middleweight.
Joke lang sa si Mandy. Hindi nakano.
Hindi ba medium weight?
Middle, gitna eh.
Hindi, light heavy. Tapos, di ba?
Cruiserweight,
Hindi, light yun eh. Mas maliit pa yata cruiserweight sa lightweight eh.
Bantam mo yun, bantam mo.
Oh,
Pero
speaking,
yeah, like, overall, interesting naman. Hindi siya a reason to watch the entire show, but like, knowing JDL, you're curious how it goes.
Yeah. So, yun. Any other, napag-usapan na rin kasi natin yung yung...
Yeah, yung championship eh. Like,
Championship
opinion still remains the same.
Yeah.
The Baguette has to win just so they have more stories moving forward. But
yeah.
I also get if they make main Max win, kaya lang parang like,
ang
hirap
Yeah, I think we discussed this before na rin.
Yeah.
Pero, when, again nga, with FPW nga, with Mike winning, kasi Mike was again, isa sa biggest heel nung time niya na yon. No one was supporting him bago siya maging champion. Everyone was calling him Michael. Nawala na yung chant na yun.
Kupal.
Wala na rin yung chant na yun. Pero,
ni Michael?
kasi si Marky nagpasimula nun si Kakai Bro. Parang yung first pilot taping nila, tinawag siyang Michael. Okay. And then, katagalan din, what happened kasi is, hindi siya ganun kahilish pagdating nung naging champion na siya. Like, nawala na yung parang nawala na yung mga insulto niya sa mga
fans.
Sa mga fans. Kasi everyone is saying that you deserve it naman. And we know with Beyond Kayfabe, like,
he's been doing it a long time na.
Parang okay na siguro na, parang okay lang siguro. Champion ka. Heel siya, noon. So nga parang it faded away. So hindi natin alam kung maganda nga rin yung naging option na yon na yung heel yung nagiging champion. Kaso nga lang, sa kaso nga ni Mike, hindi na siya naging heel.
Yeah.
Naging face siya.
Kasi may mas malaking heel na pumalit. Yung yung Vandals Manila with Red Oliero.
I think ito kasi like if Aaron Liwanag wins, wala, he's gonna be a heel. Like, I don't think he's gonna be hindi siya yung kagaya ni Madrigal na behind the scenes, it's been so long, he's been toiling, so like there's a ready-made na pwede na siya maging face. Like, people want to cheer him. Wala, Liwanag, like no one wants to cheer him. Like,
gumagano lang sila.
Yeah, pero lahat gumaganyan. Like, no one wants to cheer them, pero lahat gumaganyan.
Pero in his first defense against Cali Nueva, everyone is cheering, pero nandun pa rin yung jokes na, hey, Michael! Nandun pa rin yung chance eh. Pero it just got old na lang talaga na parang hindi na siya ganun kahil eh. Tignan. Nawala na yung actions niya eh. Di katulad nila, let's say, Aaron, si Tiago, si Quattro, sila Vandals Manila, si JDL, lagay na rin natin siya, nasa MWF ring siya. Nandun pa rin yung pagkakahil nila eh. Si Mike kasi nawala eh. So parang maganda talaga. And for sure talaga Aaron kasi yung as his character wise, hindi na siya mag-face na.
Yeah.
And maganda kasi na may hinahabol lahat ng may hinahabol
ng mga face.
Hinahabol sila. Oo. Saka mas iti-take silang seriously yung bahay ng liwanag.
Yeah.
Oo.
Admittedly, I think that's the match nga I'm most looking forward to sa Puso Wrestling despite all the talent and all the Hakay Mateo, takot ko baka hindi ko maabutan. Hopefully maabutan natin, Jomar. Pero
tingnan natin.
hopefully hindi siya first match.
Oo.
Ano oras yung start?
6.
6 p.m.
6
Yeah,
p.m.
problem kasi may kendo class kami that ends at 6. So like
6.
Ay, naku.
yeah, makakadating kami mga 6:30 na siguro.
Depende sa traffic din yun.
Yeah. Ako nga pala, lumayo pa tayo.
Big
Kasi mag-grab
studios.
na lang tayo, okay lang ba?
Hindi, tarito, baka di na nga ako. Ay, sorry.
Hindi ka na mag-kendo?
Wala to. Hindi, joke lang yun, joke lang.
Hindi. Hindi
Joke lang
pupunta po si Joe.
Hey.
Hindi naman yata sila nakikinig nito, okay lang yan.
Ewan ko. Wait,
Wala, admittedly, kung hindi lang ako hatakin ni Leb, hindi rin ako pupunta.
yung first time nilang makinig sa podcast, no? Tapos yun pa yun narinig nila.
Actually, listener natin pala si Legendarius.
Oo.
Legendary.
Legendary. Sigma. Yan, nakakaiba yung, tumatalon-talon tayo. Okay lang yan. Masaya naman yung usapan eh. So,
Bilhin na pa rin naman. Wrestling pa rin.
Wrestling naman tayo. So, yun. Ayun. Ano na? Sige, after talking about
Puso, next one na.
After talking the local scene.
Yung after ng the day after Puso Wrestling.
Oo. Survivor Series. War Games.
Ay, ayan.
Yes. Ayun, sige, Mandy, you promote mo na din.
Sige.
Ay, nga pala, no? Kalimutan ko, may watch party pala.
Yes.
So, ayan.
Tignan ko, makakapunta ako.
Ako makakapunta ako.
Ikaw ba?
Yan.
Ako, Royal Rumble yung promise ko.
Yun.
Nice.
So, yun. Mandy,
yun na yun. Hindi, of course, Sabi Stadium pa din dating gawin. 6 a.m. doors are open kasi may pre-show and stuff. Tapos, ganun pa rin. Wait lang, nakalimutan ko yung pricing. 350 ang early bird pag nagpa-reserve kayo dun sa link sa shared post, and then 400 with free drink then pero walk-in. So, and then there are deals. So, Survivor Series.
Wait.
Meron?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Sige, go lang. Gumalaw lang ako konti.
Nagfe-flex ka lang ata ng Funko Pop collection mo eh.
Oo, ganda ng Funko Pop ko.
Bakit hindi? Dapat i-flex yan.
Flex mo!
Hindi, kay Leb yan lahat.
Papahanap ako sa'yo ng Naruto na Funko Pop.
Masakit yun.
Masakit ba?
Oo, may client kami na mahilig sa One Piece. Like, sobrang madugo yung mga Funko Pop niya, min. Pero sige lang, go lang. Try natin. Why not?
Kasi may mga nakikita ko, medyo mahal eh.
Yes.
Pero di para sa akin kasi yun. Pangregalo yun. Pero anyway, siguro next
Naruto?
Oo. Naruto Funko. Pero next episode natin pag-usapan yun. Mga toy recommendations for gift for Christmas.
Pero real quick,
Yes.
Field bars wala?
Field bars,
nakikita.
minsan sa field bars meron, pero kaso dito, hindi na siya minsan na out of stock na sila eh. Parang bigla na lang yung Naruto na Say for example, yung Naruto na matanda, yung adult Naruto na, tapos yung Naruto na na nasa Shippuden. Oo. Sa iba pang versions like yung ano ba siya? Yung naka-combine siya with Kurama. Yun. Iba pa yun. Maraming Funko Pop versions ng Naruto. So it's interesting to
Like yung client namin napapagod na.
Well, anyway, balik tayo.
New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, may bago na naman.
Oo.
Well,
Balik. Sorry. So yun, sa tayo? Survivor Series.
Pricing. Nasabi niya ba pricing?
Oo. Di pa daw sasabi yung pricing ng watch party.
Pero okay na. 350 yung early bird reservations and then 400 yung walk-in. So, pag group packages, may mga prices. Isa-share ko na lang with Geeks Out yung post.
Okay.
And,
we will promote it on the page na din.
Yun. And 6 a.m. Doors are open. Hopefully, ito yung problema. Address ko lang. Kasi, supposedly, Peacock ang ginagamit namin. Which is, sobrang ganda for watch party experience. Walang ads. Di ba, pag nag-Disney Plus tayo,
may
ang
ads.
weird. Ang weird ng ads sila kasi, tumatapal sa mga backstage segments. Diba? Sa Peacock, hindi ganun. Unfortunately, walang Peacock sa Pilipinas, so we have to use VPN. And sobrang strict ng Peacock sa credit card usage, mga ganyan. Kailangan US-based, mga ganyan. So, yun lang yung isa sa mga, when you're handling a watch party, medyo nakaka-stress lang. Pero
next year, di na natin problema yan kasi Netflix.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, kasi paminsan yung license na sa US, wala dito eh.
Oo. Ayun lang, oo.
Kasi like, alam ko may isang series dati, Stargate, meron yata sa Netflix US, pero dito wala.
Oo.
Dati.
Pero yun nga parang mauna muna sa US Netflix ang Raw and SmackDown. Ewan ko lang kung maging international agad.
Mga PPV, gano'n niya.
Oo.
Ang pagkakaalam ko, Raw lang.
Raw lang nga yung alam ko
Kasi nasa USA Network yung SmackDown, kaya magiging parehong 3 hours na yung both shows. Which is good kasi ang dami nilang talent ngayon. NXT alone, yung mga i-call up nila. Ang dami.
And mas na-juggle na ni Triple H.
Yep. So, sige, bago pala natin puntahan yung Survivor Series, no? Ano yung reaction nyo pala na nagkaroon na ng Women's US title? Is it?
It's good. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Speculated.
A long time coming eh.
Oo.
Speculated. Ang
weird
yun sa ay sige, go.
Dahil lang, yun ang sasabihin ko. At least, more belts, more prestige.
More belts.
Sa akin, ayoko lang na ayoko yung practice ni WWE na they just add a white strap and call it a day.
Yeah.
Women's.
For the women's.
Yeah. Yun lang naman complain ko. Like, mid-card title, matagal nang kailangan ng women's team. I don't know if I guess marami naman na enough women's wrestlers ngayon to sustain it kahit papano.
Yeah.
But like, it's the design lang ako na trip off na parang pagka-reveal. Yeah, it's just a white strap US title. Like, parang weird.
Saka medyo maliit. Medyo maliit.
They could have used, yung mga dating titles like women's European title or women's,
yung Divas Championship.
Ay, nako. Masusunog sila nun sa Twitter pag nilabas nila yun.
There are other people nga thinking na, ginawa nyo na to sa US title, bakit hindi nyo pagawin sa Intercontinental? Nagkaroon ng
Women's Intercontinental naman din.
Oo. Wala pa.
Ano ba? Baka ngayong, mali mo, baka ngayong Raw. Itong Tuesday.
Pero puting lang rin, puting belt.
Puting strap.
Puting strap lang.
Oh, but that will look good though, yung Intercontinental ngayon with white strap.
Pero kasi di ba the Intercontinental title with the white strap was also attributed din sa mga lalaki sa male title.
Pero yung ngayong design naman, like it's a new design, so like hindi naman siya mako-connect sa past.
Yeah.
Pero like I don't know, like I really wish they just create a new one.
Oo nga, like ano ba magandang women's welterweight championship. Ano bang average weight class ng women's division, yung ganun.
Or what did you drop?
Ay, oo nga.
Mag-isa lang siya dun.
Ay, di si
Okay.
Nia Jax. Uy.
Okay lang yan. Okay lang yan. Si Rey Mysterio nga, World Heavyweight Champion. Eh.
Pero cruiserweight no?
Tinanggal na nila yung parang wala ng cruiserweight champion ng dito na dahil ng 2003 meron sila Tajiri,
Minerge
Hulun.
nila ata sa Minerge sila sa NXT title, I think, di ba? Yung Cruiserweight Championship. Si Carmelo Hayes, inano nila, parang ni-unify nila yung Cruiserweight title tsaka yung NXT title.
Okay.
Oo nga, kala ko ganun yan.
Yeah. And
Sorry binibilang ko. Actually, na-curious ako Kung ilan nga yung mga tao sa ilang babae.
ay, tala.
Sa roster.
Oo. John, gitna ka pa ng konti. Gitna ka ng konti. Yan. Nawawala ka sa frame.
Gusto ko yung ganun niya yung parang,
Ano ko pa rin pala,
parang sitcom.
Oo.
about din pala, Crown Jewel, no? Hindi ko siya napanood.
Oh.
Pero parang marami rin nagsasabi na yung Hogan comments na naman na katulad nung dapat daw si daw nanalo, si Gunter daw nanalo. Nagkakaroon na naman ng para sa akin Universal Champion siya. Pero maganda yung rivalry yan yung kay Gunter tsaka kay Cody Rhodes kahit saglitan lang. So parang wala nang tumatagal na lately napansin ko din na rivalries parang
Bukod kay
champion.
Drew tsaka kay Punk.
Kay Drew. Yun lang yung tumatagal na na rivalry Pero parang
Hindi, pero like yung thing ko kasi kay Gunther losing, that time yes, yung ko rin parang like parang they're pushing Cody Rhodes too much, but the way they're telling the story now na Damian is poking na parang you look like you're losing confidence. Suddenly makes sense.
Losing touch.
Gumaganda naman siya. So like even yung sinabi mo, sometimes they just touch on small rivalries at a time, hindi yung super long term. I think they sometimes do that on purpose just for the sake of long-term storytelling.
Yung picking back up, no?
Kasi parang like yan, Gunther versus Cody, yes, they just touched on it now. But I have a feeling like maybe in the future that will
next year.
Pag na sila. Kasi they are trying to keep the brand separate, which is nice naman So tama lang naman na parang yung naalala ko kasi talaga yung favorite na biography ko sa YouTube yung kay Kenny Omega na sometimes like may isang laban sila ni Kota Ibushi na parang nasa sideline lang siya tapos may match si Kota Ibushi kay AJ Styles and they touched on their rivalry in just that one episode and then nothing came out of it. Like, wala nangyari. It was just like a small blimp of a continuation. But I have a feeling si under Triple H, they've been slowly doing these things na once in a while may hint ng ganito. But I've grown
parang
to trust them na... Yeah, like parang they do long term na talaga ngayon Kasi like yan, si Miz, si R-Truth, naging long term storytelling siya. Kasi binalikan nila yung dating-dati nila. Tapos ngayon, si Judgment Day naman, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung rivalry nila. So,
and then
speaking of speaking of Miz, ang gusto ko, nanood ba kayo ng recent ko? Parang gusto ko yung ginagawa nila. Ba yun? Parang, kasi diba, parang nabugbog si Ellering. Tapos, si Miz ngayon yung yung manager ng AOP tsaka ni Karrion Kross.
Yung the Final Testament.
Final Testament. I like it, parang ganda tignan. Lalo na yung IG post ni Miz.
Kasi talito, I think talito, yung kailangan na push nung Final Testament would that would be handled by Miz. Kasi talito, Miz has the star power, and reputation as a heel para i-intensify or i-enhance pa yung pagka-heel ng Final Testament, which right now has a rivalry with with Wyatt Six.
The Wyatt Six. Ang ganda. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Pati yung ano, yung kay Miz alone, yung parang tinidnap siya ng
Oo.
Riot 6.
Mm.
That alone, ganda.
Nakakatawa kasi ginawa lang nila sa background. Parang sino yung nag-uusap? Si Kofi Kingston ba? Tsaka si Xavier? Or si yung dalawang
Sila,
Usos?
Oo.
Parang basta nag-uusap sila. Tapos
biglang dinakip si Miz dyan.
parang wala man lang. Yun nangyari dun.
Oo.
Hindi, wala. Tuloy lang yung usapan nila eh. Parang,
Oy, ang galing ng mga ganun nila. Yung, ano, yung sa backstage, meron pang behind the scenes dun sa backstage na, ano, na nangyayari. Ginawa nila yan lately kay, ano eh, most recent na naalala ko, kay Dominic at saka kay Liv.
Yes,
Nung nagbo-boil up pa lang eh, di ba?
Oo.
Yung mga ganun. Ang galing.
Speaking
Attention
of
to details.
Oo. Yeah. Speaking of no, meron yung ano, yung tanito na bumuong tension between New Day. John, how kaya?
New Day, no. End day.
End day na sila, hindi na
No.
New Day.
Who knows?
Oo.
Feeling ko, it's either pare-resolve nila yan or hindi. Like, or is there's...
Either one of them will turn heel. Yun lang ang masasabi ko.
I think
Sino
it has
nagsabi
to
nun?
be
Parang-
Kofi. Ay, Xavier.
Ikaw nga nagsabi nun.
Mm.
May nagsabi na dapat si Kofi ang mag-heal.
Hindi, ako Xavier. Xavier.
Savior. Alright. Ewan ko sino nagsabi nun, pero parang mas maganda nga daw na image kasi parang mas matagal na si Kofi sa sa company and stuff. Parang, I think
Hindi
it's
pa siya
time to go.
nag-heal.
Oo.
Technically, nung pumasok siya New Day heel. Kasi hindi ko alam kung alam nyo tong kwento na to, pero nung pinitch ni Xavier Woods kay Vince McMahon yung New Day, sinabi niya na, like, the people are gonna, we have to turn the New Day into a heel group kasi people are booing us. Kasi nga pangat nung ganyan-ganyan nila. Tapos sabi ni Vince McMahon sa kanya, wala, like, the people have been used to Kofi, like, cheering on Kofi. Sabi ni Xavier Woods parang, if I can't make Kofi a heel, if I can't make people boo Kofi in a month, I'm out of a job. Tapos sabi ni Vince, sige, kung kaya mo. Kung hindi mo napabo, di wala ka ng trabaho. So like, Xavier Woods' career was on the line para i-boo. Tapos gumana naman. So, nung simula talaga ng New Day, heel si Kofi.
Yeah,
like, pag pinakinggan mo yung New Day podcast nila, like, medyo may pagkakupal at times si Kofi in real life. So, bagay siyang heel. Pero I think Xavier Woods need this more.
He needs it.
So parang wala nang up, down.
I think tuloy pa rin naman. Tuloy pa rin
yun.
Hindi sila nag-exclusive.
Right.
Oo. Speaking of dito. So napag-usapan natin 'yon, then reactions about dun sa mga recent releases ng WWE.
Nasaktan ako kay Baron Corbin. I mean,
yeah.
Binalik siya sa NXT. Had a run with Braun. Diba? Kasi, ang weird kasi diba parang meron siyang stint sa France tapos they really love Baron Corbin. Tapos parang hindi nila kinapitalize yun nung pumunta sila ng France ng Backlash. And then NXT, and then ganito, ganyan. Parang sayang si Corbin. He was picking up the face with his character. Pero kung hindi nila inalis yung Lone Wolf sa kanya, ay nako.
Oo. Medyo kasi nagwo-wonder na rin kung ano ba talaga yung character ni Baron Corbin sa and how will you insert him in the current stories. And
yun nga
so medyo ayun nawala siya. And I think naman siguro baka after nung non-compete clause niya matapos yung non-compete clause niya, baka bumalik rin naman siya sa either TNA or other wrestling promotions. Much probably TNA ang bet ko dyan.
Feeling ko MLW kasi tropa sila ni Matt Riddle eh.
Pwede din.
Ano ba si Matt Riddle ngayon? Alam ko nandun siya eh. MLW. And then Japan.
Pwede din. Yeah, I think it's time for Baron Corbin to explore other promotions and to to bring back kung ano man yung yung nawala sa kanya from his
Oh,
run
yeah.
in the WWE.
Right.
Yeah, the best example siguro si
Drew.
Drew and ngayon na for me Nick Nemeth.
Oh, yeah.
Oo.
Tama.
'Di ba?
And Matt Cardona.
Yeah, Matt Cardona.
Ang dami actually. Kahit eto naman tayo AEW side. Kahit si
Go.
Ricochet.
Oo. Yes.
Nagkaka-character siya ngayon. Yung binanata niya si Zack Sabre Jr. sa
NJPW.
sa Japan.
Oo.
'Di ba? That's Prince Puma but better. Kasi feeling ko nag-i-stem yun sa sa pinaggagawa ng asawa niya si Samantha online. Kasi parang alam mo yun, nagyayabang si Samantha na I don't need a job, my husband is a millionaire, ganun.
Oo.
Tapos I don't like being an announcer. Feeling ko that was a work and they're working it. Kasi gusto niya maging manager.
Oo.
Ang pagkakaalam ko. So maybe this will be her chance to manage.
Ricochet.
Sino pa ba? Si Ricochet, 'di ba? Napaka breed of fresh air para sa kanilang dalawa. And para sa akin that will put asses in seats sa AEW. Kasi it looks really good.
Yes. Apa ba sa AEW ngayon? Bang mga significant na happenings?
Wala, galit ako sa ang weird na AEW. Well, admittedly kasi AEW theater ko lang si MJF and like sobrang weird ng ginagawa nila ngayon. Like,
I know. Speaking of MJF, ano masasabi mo dun sa yung parang double triple turn ni Adam Cole tsaka ni MJF?
I don't gets ko yung tinatry ni MJF to be back to become a heel again. Like, no problem on that. But it was they're trying to sell Adam Cole as a face again now by saying na, inunahan ko lang si MJF. But then, MJF sold the what do you call this? The betrayal so well, too well. Na it's so hard to boo Adam Cole down. It's so hard to boo MJF against Adam Cole. But like, I don't get the writing, man. I don't get the like. I don't know why MJF is agreeing with this. It's such a bullshit story na. I don't know why they needed Adam Cole to be a face.
Kilala mo naman si MJF eh.
Yeah,
pero like money if there's money involved, wala siya. Siguro he doesn't care if he needs to be a face or...
Like, I don't buy in sa story na MJF is all about the money. Like, I know that's the image he wants to portray.
Okay.
I don't buy it just because
that's what yeah.
He's too smart sa business na to, I think. Like, he does care about the business. The fact na he was respectful to John Cena, na pinuri siya ni John Cena. The fact na when he was asked about CM Punk, when CM Punk left the company, he was very political about it. Like, hindi siya nag-trash talk. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's all about the money for him. Hindi ko alam kung naging company man lang siya. Na okay, I'll agree to do it. But like, I guess at the bottom line, it's his work. So like, sige, fine. That's not on him. But like, I don't get it. It's such a waste of a feud because like, sobrang ready-made feud na siya. And then Adam Cole is like, wag niyo muna akong tulungan. Ako bahala kay MJF. To make him seem more like a face. Like, doesn't make sense at all. Like I love yung promo ni MJF na kina-happy ending siya. But like, that's the best thing I can say about that feud right now. Like, I'm waiting for the blow-off sa PPV, what happens. Kasi, right now, alam ko, last na kita ko, parang Adam Cole doesn't have the right to face MJF anymore kasi natalo siya ni Takeshita. So, like, I don't know where this story is going, but like, I don't get this at all.
Yeah.
Siguro kailangan na nilang kumalas dun sa feud nila and
explore other things.
Explore other
maybe, but like,
I guess. And then just meet in the future. Parang
maybe.
Si Baba Ray naman daw kalabanin ni MJF. Recent.
On the mic, no? On the mic.
Wala bugbog si ano nun, Baba Ray, man.
Oo. Masyado matalo si MJF sa mic.
Yeah. Like,
I think kaya naman. I mean,
Oo.
depende kasi kung ano yung ibibigay sa kanila. If it's AEW level of freedom, I guess kaya naman. Like, at least, ano ba? At least, neck and neck. And, depende talaga kasi minsan talaga kasi if you're gonna include the audience, kasi may audience, parang ano yan audience impact.
Yes.
Kung ganun, may bias, may bias, tawag dito, may bias opinion kasi sa mga ganyan. Pero, skill-wise, kaya. MJF and Bubbery, especially ng ECW days, yung as in yung bingo hall days ng Dudley Boys. Grabe yung mga grabe yung
yung dati. Pero I think now, iba na kasi mundo eh. Like,
sa bagay.
Parang yan, si The Rock pumunta, like, ang dated na nung ibang promos niya.
So,
Yeah.
Like, yung tipong si Cody na nagsabi na parang, nakalimutan
Wala
ko
na
anong
bang
line ni The Rock, one of the lines ni The Rock, tapos parang inasal ni Cody. I'm like, yeah, like, it doesn't make sense anymore kasi people think, like, it's entertaining, but like, you know, it has no place na. So, I don't know.
Parang out of touch na. Touch grass ka naman, The Rock.
Which, to be fair kay The Rock, it adds to his heel character, so okay lang. But Baba Ray MJF, mahirap yun. Dati, walang problema ngayon. Walang galing.
Siguro it needs to happen para makita natin.
Yes. I might be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Going back muna tayo sa Survivor Series War Games.
Balik na tayo.
Ayaw nga pala, no?
Nakalimutan na natin.
Pero
dito, sa current sa current story ngayon, there's still yung OG Bloodline still searching for their
wala, medyo obvious na.
Last member.
Like, nung pumasok si Bronson Reed, naging obvious na bigla eh.
Pero may theory ako. Pinag-uusapan namin nung tropa ko. Hindi naman theory, parang fantasy booking. If you wanna make it interesting. Kasi 'di ba si Wiseman, si Paul Heyman, merong stint doon na parang tinawagan, hindi sumagot. So what if dumating si Paul Heyman, ayaw talaga ni Seth, kumbaga, no, this is not my problem anymore, ganyan. Ayaw talaga, kahit kasama si Bronson, parang bahala kayo dyan, gano'n. Tapos, dumating si Paul Heyman, tapos nagdala siya ng isa pang Paul Heyman guy. Di ba scheduled si Punk for Survivor Series? Tapos, syempre, magagalit si Seth na sasabihin ni Punk na, you're too much of a pussy to handle your issues. So I took care of them for you. Parang ganun.
Wow.
Tapos doon na mag-rekindle yung feud ni Seth at saka ni Punk. Tapos parang, I don't know, bahala sila ko.
Actually,
fantasy boring.
Actually, yun din yung naisip ko eh.
Pero that makes sense.
That would be great. Kasi
pero
yung
sorry.
Pero
physicality-wise, parang magiging lugi sila Roman nun kung si Punk yung dadating. Kasi di ba may Jacob pa to na, tapos may Bronson pa. Di ba? Parang ang need na nila, isa pang Paul Heyman guys, si Brock na dapat.
Yun din, yung isa pa.
Brock Lesnar. Actually, ang nasa isip ko, medyo obvious na nga, parang siguro, feeling ko si Seth.
Yeah,
pero nasa isip ko, what if kasi CM Punk yun? Kasi imaginein mo, kung parang, di ba nga, sino ang unang hiningan ng tulong ni Paul Heyman with this solo issue?
Yung
di ba si
SmackDown?
Di ba?
Yung binugbog siya ni Drew? Oo nga, putik.
Sa possibility, tama.
Yung take me with you, yung sabi ni Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Everything else, hindi ko naisip yun. I wasn't thinking ahead. Ikaw na nakaisip nun, that was actually very brilliant. Pero, yun na rin nasa isip ko eh, parang, si CM Punk siguro to. Feeling ko it's either CM Punk or Seth Rollins.
Mm.
Para kasing si Seth Rollins parang papasok ka lang dahil kay Bronson Reed.
Yes. Kasi galit na galit siya.
Or ang theory ko, kung si CM Punk nga, tama yun. Kasi kung babalik na si Paul Heyman, please come back, Paul Heyman.
Pero,
yeah.
Yun nga, kasi, pero feeling ko nga, parang, tapos na si Seth Rollins technically kay Bronson Reed eh. 'Di ba? Natalo niya na eh. So, pwede, ginugulo pa ba siya, no?
Nung Raw ba, alam ko na pa rin sila eh. Parang, I'm not finished with you. May mga ganung moment pa rin si... May ganun ba nung last Raw? Parang meron. Di kasi ako nanonood ng buo.
Ako rin eh. Highlights lang. Highlights lang na nakikita ko.
Ibalitan lang tayo eh.
Yan tayo eh.
Ako naman.
Pero yun, no? So, either... Baka pwedeng Seth Rollins to,
I think
CM
like
Punk
parang
or Brock.
Parang 80% Seth Rollins, 15% Punk, 5% Brock.
Ewan ko ibabalik pa nila si Brock, pero...
Medyo maliit yung chance just because masyadong magulo kay Brock ngayon with yung natalo siya kay McMahon.
Yung allegations.
Kaya medyo malabo.
Hindi, pero sabi ni Triple H naman kasi, Brock is
cleared na?
Oo. Parang
baka sa Rumble na siguro.
Pwede din.
Tingnan natin. Like siya, parang for me, pinaka-biggest chance si Seth Rollins kasi he's the one that makes more sense. Punk would be a good surprise. And it still makes sense kahit papano.
At saka yun, parang anniversary ng surprise return niya.
Oo nga.
True. Kasi pwedeng mangyari actually. Kung if ever man since we still have 2 weeks of build-up, pwedeng Seth Rollins takes out Bronson Reed. So that aalis si Bronson Reed from the team and then eventually nga yung one of the more popular rumors is si Zilla.
Zilla Fatu.
Oo.
Oo nga, swerve pa rin eh, no?
Yeah,
may
so
2 weeks pa, tama.
May 2 weeks pa. So there's still time. If that happens, pwedeng si Punk.
Tapos biglang...
Paul Levesque, hire this man. Hire this man.
Biglang dumating si Darak.
Akala ko actually
yung lahat naman to is lang. Like si Zilla, medyo matagal nang nag-float kasi yung theory na yun eh.
Actually, lahat ng active wrestlers na Samoan nililing sa Blood Story. Si Hikuleo, ano pa ba? Meron pa yung mga iba pa eh.
Mamaya si Rikishi pala eh.
Si Rikishi. I did it.
Nag-iinig sila ngayon sa Twitter, di ba?
I did it for my son.
I did it for the Usos.
Anak niya din si
Solo.
Solo, hindi ka favorite.
Grabe.
But yeah, like, actually medyo weird yung build-up kasi like, so yan yung pinaka-kulong-kulong ngayon. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Tapos yung women's dahan-dahan nagbi-build. But like, I looked at the Wikipedia ng show, like,
Hindi pa complete.
Hindi pa. And they have 2 weeks to go na lang.
Parang iniisip ko nga magkakaroon pa ng isa pang Survivor Series match between Final Testament and Wyatt Six.
Maganda yun, pero parang sobrang crowded na. Unless hindi na sila gumawa ng War Games match for the women. Kasi walang para sa akin walang viable feud ang women's division sa main roster para mag-War Games.
Hindi, yung ginagawa ngayon ng women's, yung huling nakita ko, di ba bumalik na nga si Rhea Ripley? I think they're just doing side ni... Pangalan nito. Tanda na ako.
Di ba?
Liv, side ni Liv at side ni ni Rhea. Like, tapos na eh. Alam ko 5 against 5 na eh.
Tama, nag-recording nga pala sila.
Yung taping. Oo nga.
Taping yun. Kaya pala ang rough no footage.
Oo.
Taping siya eh. Kasi parang parang ina-adjust nila yung schedule ng mga
Wrestlers.
talent. Mga wrestlers.
May kumalat na news for the first time, nagme-make sense si Ryback. Nakita nyo ba yan?
First time. First Ryback W. First and only.
Actually, may nakita akong post, parang nag-post ng video about Ryback, no? Na it kind of makes sense about him. Parang, I think Ryback is overhated daw. Kasi daw, kung titignan mo yung mga kabatch niyang wrestlers daw, sila stiff daw, dangerous. Ganun din daw sila sa Rollins daw. Send ko sa inyo pag ano. Pero parang...
No. Kahit si Punk, like, may kinento si Punk about him, like, ibang level yung carelessness ni ano raw.
Ni Ryback.
Yung iba yung na mesa.
Yeah.
Bukod doon, meron pang iba. And on top of that kasi, yung mga opinion kasi ni Ryback over the years, yun pa yung nagpapaano sa kanya. Yun pa yung Kaya nga sabi namin ngayon lang nagkaroon ng
W.
hindi siya, I don't think he's overhated kasi masyadong. Actually, yung problem kasi kanya, kinakarga niya yung bangko niya sobra.
Oo.
Sobra. So, it's not just that he was dangerous in the ring, but afterwards, nung umalis na siya, like, sobrang taas ng tingin niya sa sarili niya.
Kumbaga kung may Filipino equivalent si Ryback, si Rendon. Parang
Sakto.
Okay, sige. That makes sense. Alright.
That makes sense. Iwan Pamilya. Focus.
Kasi like, I don't think the complaint against him was he hits hard. It's that he wasn't safe in the ring. I think, ito, check ko. Pero yeah, like, it's
nakita ko nga yun yung parang complaints niya against, yun yung parang si CM Punk ata complaining na buong the whole WWE stint niya, nandun siya bago siya mag-quit. Yung podcast niya with Matt Cardona.
Yeah, parang sinasabi, alam ko yung sa isang interview, sabi ni Punk na parang sinabi niya na kay Ryback na, okay, don't do this. Tapos ginawa na naman ni Ryback. So sinabi ni Punk afterwards, parang either aminin mong sinadya mo yan and you're putting my life at risk, or tanga ka lang. So, ni Ryback tanga.
Or you're just stupid. Parang
naalala ko I'm stupid, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Buti hindi sinakal ni CM Punk na mala Jack Perry yung si Ryback.
Yung chokehold.
Oo.
Ano masasabi niyo sa masasabi niyo sa nakita ko kasi sa Tyson
yun. Gusto ko rin sabihin yun. Gusto pag-usapan natin yun ngayon. Sige, go!
Banat.
Ako.
Okay.
It was dito. Ang ganda nung undercard Ang ganda ng dalawang undercard.
Lalo na yung women's fight.
Yung women's fight. Grabe yun. Grabe yun. Exciting yung laban na yun. So, parang for me, what a letdown yung laban ni Jake Paul sa ni Mike Tyson. Pero understandable naman kasi Mike Tyson is already approaching his senior citizen age. Magsi-60 na siya.
Wala pa ba?
58 siya.
58 pa lang. Okay.
So,
I feel like he's been old for a very long time. Pero
he's 30 plus years past his prime, pero alam mo yun, you cannot take, syempre, father time will beat you physically, pero yun nga, his heart and his mind is there. He did it for himself.
For the rock.
Aside for the money, for himself na rin. Yun. And yun ang daming talod.
Ang akin lang, no? Wait, for this fight, kasi parang I can't take it seriously kasi parang ilalabanan mo na naman, senior citizen na naman, tapos sasabihin mo, you're the baddest in the world.
Oo.
So, sumubok ka ng lumaban na mas medyo 2 years younger than you, natalo ka naman, which is a real boxer na. So, parang, kailan mo ba, parang, para saan the Pauls are, making a mockery of boxing? Let's be honest, I hate that. I hate both of them. I'm just gonna say that.
May nakita nga akong comment na yung building on that, may nakita akong comment na medyo morbid, medyo unnecessary, pero parang tama na sabi ng comment, I'm so glad Muhammad Ali is not alive to see this. Or Muhammad Ali is not alive to see what's happened to boxing. Ganun.
Oo.
Hindi, pero hindi rin pwede umano si Muhammad Ali. Naalala ko,
May ano siya.
hindi.
Parkinson's.
Nung hanggang dulo nung buhay niya, well, not nung may Parkinson's na siya,
Oo.
pero alam ko, he stretched his career as much as he can to the point na alam ko near the end, like, hindi na maganda rin yung form niya eh.
Oo.
Like, as in, wala eh. Like, it's one of those things na parang Ric Flair na you just have pride na you want to see na kaya mo pa. Unfortunately, in this case, I think Mike Tyson underestimated Jake Paul na akala niya, like, influencer to, wala tong alam. So, like, either he underestimated it or he just wanted the money. Because, like it or not, this was big money.
It's money.
Pwede.
Kasi kahit si Floyd Mayweather, nilabanan na niya si Logan. We're not gonna decide. We're gonna put this on decision. Pero actually, meron ng ilang times sa clip na yun, parang binubuhat na ni Mayweather si Logan eh. Parang, come on. Parang, I cannot respect them both as boxers. Siguro wrestler. Pero, kahit nandun, parang, kahit si Logan Paul, parang, lalaro ko lang yun sa 2K23 para bugbugin eh.
Oy, pero,
wala.
Nakakainis yung ginawa niya. I'm sorry. Pero, kasi parang may sinabi siya kay, yun nga, parang he's going after Tyson then parang, bleep, I'm gonna kill you, bleep, ganun. Like, sayang yung respect na nakuha niya from what he was doing in wrestling. Tapos biglang,
Kasi parang
feeling kasi sa akin kay Logan Paul sa kay Jake Paul sa boxing match na to, and again, we're going back to the comparison with Ali. I don't know how much of it is real and how much of it is fake. That they're just doing all of this to sell the match. Kasi nga, even si Ali, amin natin siya, nakuha niya tong idea na mag-trash talk kay Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George.
So, I think Jake Paul and Logan Paul, kaya nga perfect si Logan Paul sa wrestling eh. I don't know how much of it is real and how much of it is bullshitting. Lalo na, after the match, you have to give it to Jake Paul. He did shake Mike Tyson's hand. He hugged him. Halatang he whispered words of, like, thank you for this and shit. Like, I think we don't know really what's happening. Like, I think Mike Tyson sucked for accepting this, but I can see where he's coming from. But kaya nga mas gets ko na mas medyo bumaba respect for both. But at the same time, like, that's 40 million for Jake Paul, 12 million for Mike Tyson. That kind of money is kind of hard to turn down.
Yeah.
But like, especially after the match that came before that. Kasi dalawang match lang na parang, I'm not a boxing fan by any means. But chumamba, like, nasa con ako, like, live sa Netflix. Libre, sige, why?
Okay.
Pero yung women's, I'm like, ang laki tong sugat niya dito. Tapos
si Serrano ba yun? Tama.
Yeah. Like, hanggang dito, hindi ko mag-gets paano siya natalo. Kasi ang ganda ng laban ni Serrano. And the fact na she's still standing after 10 rounds.
Yes, 10 rounds.
6th round yung ganyan kalaki na palaki ng palaki.
Oo.
So after that, watching the Jake Paul match, I'm like,
what the hell is this?
Anyari. Wala, pagod talaga si Tyson. Halatang pagod si Tyson.
But you can give it Tyson, Mike Tyson naman na he
is old.
Dito, kahit gano'n na siya, lumaban pa rin. Actually, dito, sabi nga niya, in his recent tweet daw, hindi niya ma-imagine na lalaban pa siya kasi he had a medical emergency several months before the match, before the preparation.
Sa puso niya yata?
Oo.
Ay, hindi. Liver?
Ulcer.
Ulcer, ayun. Closer
I think... Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, like, I think it really was just for the money and the age.
Pero yeah.
I think Ali would have loved the build-up,
Oh, yeah.
not the match.
Anong
I think
highlight?
nga,
Anong
I think
highlight?
na-underestimate si Jake Paul kasi I don't know enough boxing to see if magaling si Jake Paul. But given the hatred that his other brother got from wrestling fans, despite being, magaling siya sa wrestling. Fine, spot fest, but he does what he can, and he did show enough respect to the wrestling business. So, I don't know about Jake Paul, like maybe behind the scenes, parang si Salt Papi, magaling pala mag-wrestling, mag-boxing.
Mag-boxing.
So, I don't know, if you guys watch boxing, ano ba opinion nyo kay Jake Paul pag pinanood nyo siya? Like, magaling ba siya? Or hindi siya magaling?
I'm basing on record. Kasi mga nilalabanan kasi ni Jake Paul, and nakailang record na siya, may 1 loss na siya.
Yeah.
And I will explain this. And I'm basing this on, again, fight record niya. Mostly yung mga nakalaban niya kasi ay retired, NBA, MMA,
celebrity na. Celebrity status na.
Parang sobrang kumbaga past their prime na talaga. Si Ben Askren, isa yun. Sino pa yung mga sumunod na kalaban niya?
Anderson Silva. Si Nate Diaz.
Si Anderson. Parang
pero alam mo yung yung sinasabi nga nila, even the worst basketball player is still better than someone than the best that plays on the streets.
Pero
parang gano'n rin yung mga retired, hindi ba?
Pero kasi
may tol kasi pag sa age. Ako based on experience. Ako, nagba-basketball talaga, and Eugene knows this. Nagba-basketball talaga ako dati until 2017 kasi na-disgrasya ako. And etong taon na to, I tried playing. Iba na yung kasi in your mind you want to do something that you were able to do dati. Like yung speed mo or yung grit during the game, whatever you're playing. Pero yung body mo yung yung bibigay sa'yo.
Yeah,
may ganun
naramdaman ko yun yung 21 years old ako hindi na kaya nakatawang.
Kanina, tabatakbo ako dito, yung tuhod ko bumigay
Hintayin mo, eventually maramdaman mo, tumayo ka lang sa kama, nagbibigay. Like, seryoso, bababa ko na umaga.
Usapang katanda na bigay.
Lanax, baka naman.
Katanda dito, so alam ko yung dadaanan nyo.
So, speaking on...
Yeah, so I guess, I guess tama ka based on the record nga. Kaya nga I'm curious, like, technique-wise though, like, if you watch him, like, gets ko naman yung yung sabi mo record-wise, but like, even then, like, if you watch him as someone who likes boxing, kamusta yung technique niya? Like, sobrang sloppy ba?
Again,
based on record.
Based on record, one guy na sinubukan niya talunin which is 2 years younger than him, 25. Si Tyson Fury ba yan?
Hindi.
Yung
Gypsy King?
Hindi, iba pa yun Hindi niya kinalaban si Tyson Fury. Iba pa. Hanapin natin.
11-1. Lost.
Si Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury, tama. Okay.
Tommy Fury.
Yung laban niya with Tommy Fury was yung laban talaga na nagpakita na hindi talaga para kay Jake.
Pero partida kay Tommy Fury, 0 losses siya. 0 losses si Tommy Fury. So, it's not kasi yung ganong laban is parang kay CM Punk, yung kalaban niya is like, may loss and may wins na. So, talagang, that's on CM Punk being bad at MMA. But like, etong laban kay Tommy Fury, like, he went against someone who's still undefeated in 10 matches until now. So, medyo siya.
Pero he was, Trito?
Ano ba ito?
Jake
by
Paul
decision pa.
Jake Paul was able to knock down Tommy Fury. So, ibig sabihin nito that
probably
he has the
Jake
Paul has the Jake Paul has the power
It's just that I guess mas malaking pera kasi pagkalaban mo are, celebrities as well.
Oo.
Pero kasi sa dami ng ngayon, especially mga boxers ngayon. Kasi lagi niyang tinatawag niya or binaboast niya na I'm the baddest man alive, I'm the best boxer. Seriously? Hindi mo pwede sabihin yun. Tapos
I really think he's just being a character.
Yeah, pero
maybe.
Can you at least fight someone your age and in your class? At least. Sorry pero I cannot take it seriously. Kahit pag nakikita ko may influencer boxing,
parang may weather lang yan.
Yeah, pag nakita ko yung influencer boxing na basta nandiyan si KSI, si Logan Paul at si Jake Paul, I am not gonna take it seriously kasi mag-aano lang yun parang they're not gonna
there's some sort of agreement na behind the scenes.
Sila.
That's what I at least take. Pero pag yung mga tipong, diba, paglalaban ulit si Pacquiao, yun nga that alone, yung yung after ng prime years ni Pacquiao, tapos lalaban siya kay ganito, kay ganyan, mapapaisip ka pa kung ano ba to, parang legit fight ba to or money fight lang to, gano'n. Yung Pacquiao celebrity, diba?
I think
yeah. Ang hirap hirap. Nung ito wala talaga akong pakialam hindi ko nga pinanood yung Tyson wala talaga kasi akong pakialam sa mga Paul brothers na yun kasi they're like the worst people on the internet. They're probably not the worst people on the internet. Pero I just really don't like them that much. With the controversy surrounding both of them. Plus yung how they treat the sport. Parang kasing seryoso, parang gusto mong seryosohin ka ng mga kapwa boxer na peers mo. Pero lalabanan mo yung mga retired na tao. Sumubo ka lumaban ng isa mas bata sa'yo, natalo ka naman din. Hindi ka na sumubok ulit. So, parang, sorry, I'm not gonna take it seriously. Parang, I think
yun yung magiging basis nun, Tama. Yung active boxer in his prime, ang kalabanan ni Jake Paul. Siguro isa pa or doon na siya bata pa siya
Oo.
'Di ba? Parang
yung last na kinalaban niya si Mike Perry, retired na to? He's 33 years old.
Retired na ba?
33 years old, number 4 at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. But he lost against Jake Paul.
Pero iba to dito bare knuckle to hindi to yung mismong boxing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, yun yung last fight niya before Mike Tyson.
Para sa akin, kung yung Paul brothers are like the Ryback of the internet community.
Kasi hindi siya Ay, sorry.
Go.
Si Mike Perry says here, siya, hindi siya professional boxer, rather MMA. So, ewan ko, if that makes a difference. Okay. Usually sa announcers, pag naririnig ko, may difference yun Pag kunyari ako nanonood ako ng UFC, pag merong straight up boxer lang talaga, tapos ang kalaban niya is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or yung Greco-Roman
wrestling. The one before that, boxer naman.
Diba?
The one before that, hindi siya kilala, si Ryan Borland.
Ryan Borland?
Yeah, hindi siya kilala but out of 20 pro bouts, he lost 3.
Si Jake Paul.
Jake Paul and 2 other guys yung na nakatalo sa kanya but like, he had a decent win-loss record.
Yeah.
Oo nga, no?
Yun nga, like, I don't know. Kaya nga, I want to know, like, technique-wise. Kasi nga, like, I get your point na the way he does things is not good. Lalo na, like, marami lang controversies. Pero, like, I'm legitimately curious, like, kasi kung tama ka nga na puro retired, like yan, si Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley, retired na rin to, no? MMA.
Retired niya yan si...
Though professional boxer rin siya dati.
Yeah. I think Strickland did
Like, I don't think he is the greatest boxer, obviously, but like,
Yeah, of course.
I'm curious if it's like Logan Paul na may credit, they still deserve some credit just because, it's a hard thing to do.
It is. Yeah.
Mm.
Ang nagbe-blur kasi ng lines, kaya hindi natin makita kung legitimate ba yung prowess ni Jake Paul is yung pera talaga eh.
Yes.
Kasi as long as it's a money fight, hindi natin makikita if what is legitimate, 'di ba? Kasi much like pro wrestling, I think you can choreograph boxing. I don't know, not choreograph but at least call spots or whatever, 'di ba?
Depende on how good. Kasi like it's
Right.
not it's not unheard of boxers throwing a fight and it's hard to pinpoint kailan siya nag-throw ng fight.
True. Siguro pag when hindi ko alam kung ginagawa niya, but if Jake Paul is after the ranking na, yung tipong, di ba may ranking din, may ranking system. If he's after the ranking, siguro doon natin makikita. Pero sa ngayon, hanggat parang celebrity level fight.
Yeah. Celebrity level na naman talaga. Like, I think, like, he just likes the image na mayabang siya and shit. That will bring in the money. But considering, like, I don't think he'll ever be, like, part of the,
Talang John, angat mo pala yung camera.
Sorry.
Nakikita lang yung bibig mo pala kanina. Hindi ka
ano yun? Soko, scene of the crime.
Yan. Pero ito lang masasabi ko dun sa sa match na yun. It's one of the first sports matches covered by Netflix na live, and I think ang ganda ng coverage. And I'm excited na kung ganun ang naging coverage nila, what more pa kaya yung mga PLEs ni WWE na mapupunta sa Netflix.
Pero wait, actually, ko-confirm ko nga Netflix get the PLEs.
Oo.
Ano ba to? Nung Crown Jewel, ang alam ko yung mga PLEs, oo. Kasi nung Crown Jewel, kasama kasi yung mga South American parts sa migration ng sa Netflix. And with same conditions din kagaya ng mapupunta sa atin. Nung Crown Jewel, di kami nag-peacock. Nag-Netflix kami using South American VPN.
Wow.
Gumamit kami ng IP ng South America. Nakapanood kami Crown Jewel. So,
wait. Sabi nga dito, opposite yung mangyayari sa alala natin. If you're in the USA, PLE will be still on Peacock. But out the United States, every single WWE TV show and PLE will be on Netflix.
Wow.
Alam, every single, edi pati yung SmackDown tsaka NXT.
Yun yung itsura.
Wow.
Oh, that is nice.
Cancel ko na Disney Plus ko. Joke lang.
Ako hindi ko pwede i-cancel.
Excited na ako for January.
Damn.
That's nice.
Gago, i-upgrade ko Netflix ko kung totoo to. Hindi na ako sa mobile.
Oo. Actually, that's dito. Lalo tataas ang stock siguro nito ng Netflix kapag ganyan.
Laki ng investment nila, 5 million eh.
Diba? Oo. Then,
tama ka, sabi nga sa Brazil, Here in Brazil, we're already watching all the WWE PLEs on Netflix.
Yun yata yung nakuha namin ni Lester sa Brazil. I mean, siya. Kasi nasa kanya yung VPN at the time eh.
Oh. Nice. So, Crown Jewel lang yun. Sayang, hindi nila pinaano sa Team Trial for Survival Series. The Survivor Series nga. Yan.
Okay. Sige, tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari next year. Pero tingnan na rin natin. Sino sa tingin nyo mananalo na lang muna sa 2 matches na announced na?
Gunter. Go, Boss Yomar.
Si Gunter, pwede. Ako, I see this match ng, Damian Priest versus Gunther na parang long-term storytelling din to. Mahaba-haba pa tong rivalry na to. So, maybe pwedeng matalo dito si pwedeng matalo muna rito si Damian Priest. Then siguro siguro magkakaroon to ng payoff somewhere and other PLEs. Di ko lang alam kung papabutin nila to ng WrestleMania.
Ako personally, gusto ko manalo si Priest. And then by, sunod na mga PLE, Royal Rumble maybe.
Yeah.
Mag-feud sila ni Finn. Tapos, yung long-awaited championship reign ni Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Makuha niya from Priest. Ano lang, personal ko lang. Pero, obviously, mukhang mananalo si Gunther. Because they're establishing him as, as a really great heavyweight champion. Diba?
Yeah.
Ikaw, huge.
Ako actually gusto nga rin manalo si Priest. Pero ako, gusto ko kasi makita ko pa yung parang ang bilis naman ng title reign ni ulit. But at least mas mabilis pa yung
ilang months na ba?
Mas mahaba pa yung title reign ni Gunther kaysa kay kay Drew McIntyre, so okay lang siguro yun. Para sa akin kasi parang gusto ko pang palalain yung menace ni
Gunther.
Kasi kailangan niya ng kailangan niya ng
ang gulo tuloy kasi ano ba kasi nakain ni Triple H, but binigay niya agad yung title kay Gunther. He could have given it to Orton, di ba? Nung
oo.
Diba?
Magandang matchup din siguro yun if ever. Parang
ang gulo tuloy. Tapos meron pang Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre na deserving ng title, Finn Balor, Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Ang dami.
Dami.
Really? Wait, so ako lang ba dito sa group na to na
Damian
like
Priest?
Okay lang with Gunther?
With Gunther losing?
No, winning the title. Tama ba narinig ko?
Ako okay. I'm okay with the title. Preference ko lang yung kay Priest. Pero I'm good with Gunther winning.
No. I mean like Triple H giving Gunther the title. Tama ba narinig ko?
Yeah.
Okay lang. Okay lang sa akin. Kasi,
ako, again, na-weirdoan lang ako. Pero, ano ba?
I always thought that was where, like, the reason why he had the 666 Intercontinental, was yun
title
talaga yung end goal nila na, this is a legitimate threat na,
yeah. Like, that's what
and that's the only reason why he will lose this title because he's gonna get the bigger belt na, parang ganon. And like, I think that's the reason why Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Drew are all tied up against each other, is to remove these three from the title picture, and then si Orton, I don't think he'll ever win the title again, I think.
Sad.
Like, I think behind the scenes, he just wants to be like the locker leader type of role, Undertaker role.
Oh, yeah.
Of it, yeah. I think Gunther was a test. Like, it was leading to that, but I think they're also testing if kaya na nila ng new generation.
New generation to lead, okay.
Yeah. Kasi Cody Rhodes is not new generation technically. Middle ground na siya.
Oo. Pa-transition na, kumbaga.
Yeah, transition.
Even si Eddie Punk.
Yeah.
Actually, si Braun Breaker, di ba?
Oo.
They tested him with the
Intercontinental.
I see.
Yeah. I think si Braun Breaker, yan yung next Gunther na tinatry nila i-build.
I'm a Braun Breaker guy. I love it. I love Gunther, I love what they're doing with Braun Breaker. Also, please, I need this match. I want to see it. Braun Breaker versus Jacob Fatu. Battle of the
like ako, admittedly, hindi ko pa rin si Braun, pero like I get why there are fans, pero hindi ko pa rin siya maano. Like I don't know, something about him's not clicking with me. Hindi ko alam kung bakit dahil nga ako promo heavy guy. Kaya hindi ko gets yung appeal niya.
Para kasi
promo niya is okay.
So, para siya si Goldberg
Yeah.
Yeah, parang he's a big guy. Laki-laki niyang mama.
Actually, parang Brock siya eh. Laki-laki niyang mama, pero kung ano-anong ginagawa niya sa ring na di mo maintindihan.
Kirby main pala siya sa Super Smash Brothers. Mahilig siya sa N64. Yeah!
Actually, alam mo yung nagbabother sa, hindi naman bother, pero yung hindi pa rin umaalis hanggang ngayon. Stone Cold Steve Austin played Majora's Mask?
Breath of the Wild data.
Wait, siya yung mahilig sa Breath of the Wild. Si Cody Rhodes yung mahilig sa Majora's Mask.
Wrong. It's Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean he does play Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, probably. Parang.
So like, habang may stock siya ng beer dito, may switch light siya na gaganyan. Like, naka-pink na switch light.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Magagalit sa kanya si Undertaker.
Sorry, like, sobrang random lang. Like, hanggang ngayon, naisip ko parang like,
I lost the Master Sword, what?
Pero I'm happy nga eh, kasi nga, for me, kaya ko gusto si New Day, kasi it's New Day who made it okay to be a geek in wrestling for me. So like, nag-open yung door. Yeah,
si Will Ospreay. Kenny Omega.
Will Ospreay.
Kenny
Omega in a way, but like...
Sila yung magtotropa eh.
Yeah. Kaya gusto ko yung tweet ni Kenny Omega na ano eh, na yung nag-tweet si Xavier Woods na I'm a wrestler, a gamer, and a cosplayer. Kasi reply ni Kenny Omega, kailan mangyayari yung first?
I'm yet to see the first one.
Gago.
Si Matt Cardona pa pala. Si Matt Cardona, he's a toy collector, di ba?
Yeah.
AJ Styles, he's a gamer as well, di ba?
AJ Styles, yeah, gamer rin. Kaya regalo sa kanya ni Xavier Woods parang some game eh.
Punk is a
comic book guy. Comic book writer, yeah, there we go. And AJ Lee.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is also
Metal Gear fan.
Metal Gear fan. My God, nung narinig ko yun, parang.
Si Cody Rhodes, medyo bata-bata pa yun.
Pero yun, si Stone Cold.
Si Stone Cold yung weird for me. Kasi nga, this is the generation na, Undertaker generation na, the new generation is too soft. Meanwhile, si Stone Cold, wala, break up.
Di siya niniwala sa CTE.
That's a weird one.
I'm not a CTE guy.
But I think that Taker CTE quote, si
Stone Cold
yun. Si Stone Cold yun.
Hindi ba siya yung nagsabi rin na parang he just means na parang he just doesn't believe na it's the cause for Benoit killing? O iba ba yun?
Iba pa.
Ang sinasabi ni Stone Cold is he's yet to believe CTE kasi he took bumps daw pero hindi niya na-experience. Yun yung sinasabi niya.
I mean, they're different people eh.
Yeah.
Kaya nga eh.
Huwag mo nang hintayin sa'yo mangyari tsaka sa iba.
Totoo.
Baka mangyari sa kanya pag nag-punk Stone Cold match.
That's not.
Of course, we don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that. Pero
in fairness, yung
but I want the punk Stone Cold.
Diba? Pero in fairness, yung Owen Stone Cold match, it was
like
nothing what I expected.
Maganda yan.
Like akala ko parang like bubugbugin lang si Owens. No, like it went around the like he can still
around the arena ba?
Around the arena. Like I'm pretty sure like habang nagbabump si Owens, like ang laki ng ngiti nun, sigurado.
Binubugbog ako ng idol ko.
Tarap na ito, aray.
Ay, teka,
okay, kung magka-take ka on GTSK Punk, baka naangiti pa ako.
Nakiga ka dun sa mo, tapos pinipin down ka, bumubulo ka, thank you.
Thank you for the knee to the face.
Bugbugin niyo ako ulit.
Balik tayo. OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline.
Hey, di pa natin
yung prediction.
Masyado tayong na tangent.
Yeah.
I think
dito lang ako kasi baka tawagin ako maya. Pero I'm gonna, let's just, din.
Yeah, ako lang ito, record na rin, kasi kailangan na rin magpahinga. Matanda na.
Ako na sabi ko na yung kanina, yung, I think, yung fantasy booking na baka si Punk lumabas, with Paul Heyman, gano'n.
So sa tingin nyo, sa
prediction na lang.
show mismo, sa TLE mismo lalabas yung 5th member?
Pwede.
Parang last year.
Oo.
Diba?
True.
Si Orton.
Oo.
Sino man nanalo daw? OG or new?
I feel like new.
New.
Kasi para yung menace nandun pa rin.
Kailangan for
Kailangan
WrestleMania.
Kasi hindi pwedeng i-Hogan nila tapos mananalo sila Roman. That would suck. Parang wet fart na siya pag nangyari yun. Yeah. Kasi maganda yung
out of nowhere booking. To do that, Sami Zayn betrays. To do what you want.
Pero for me, no, dito since natalo Roman was pinned clean doon sa Crown Jewels. Nanalo yung new bloodline. I think the OG bloodline should win this match para tie. And then
unless
go.
Yeah. Pero unless kasi 'di ba pag lumabas kasi si Dwayne,
yes.
If he shows up and ang manalo pa rin is yung OG bloodline, parang mawawalang sense yung paglabas niya. If he doesn't show up, then sure, OG bloodline.
Yeah.
Yan. Maganda nga din yun. Magandang point yan.
Pwede.
Ako, I'm more leaning towards si Eugene na the new bloodline has to win. Like, kailangan pa rin mag-grind down pa. Roman Reigns looks too strong kasi we want them to look. Kasi yung thing ko kay sa new bloodline, they still don't look strong enough even after pinning Roman Reigns cleanly.
Right.
Still don't look strong enough for some
reason. They don't look strong enough. Kasi, especially with
alam mo kung bakit?
Si Tangaloa
kasi.
Ha? Ano yan?
Tangaloa.
Si Tangaloa kasi. Joke lang.
Anyways, sasabihin ko lang din kasi na after Survivor Series ba yan? Yung first appearance ni Roman ulit for a long time. Wala silang parang hindi mo re-respetuhin yung new bloodline kasi binugbog na sila ni Cody. Binugbog na sila ni Roman. Parang at this point, bigyan mo sila something na parang okay, threat sila. Threat talaga sila. Oo, kasi hindi pwede yung ano bang klaseng threat to? Nabugbog na ni Cody, nabugbog na ni Randy, ni Kevin, ni Roman. Parang bakit? Ano pang
unless they get another member, diba?
Bakit pa kayo nandito? Parang bakit pa kayo nag-heal? Parang hindi parang Saturday morning cartoon villains na lang kayo na every week na natatalo. Hindi pwedeng ganun
Oo, tama.
Di bale, in 2 weeks makikita natin kung ano mangyayari.
Yes.
May tayo nun, fresh tayo, Puso Wrestling and Survivor Series.
Nice. Okay. Wala na tayong idadagdag, no? So, shoutout na lang.
Shout out.
Sige, Mandy, you go first with your shoutouts.
Shout out sa depende kung kailan to mag-air, pero shout out sa MW. I'm still here. So,
I'm still standing.
And tawag dito. Of course, the watch party with Hobby Stadium hosting the event again. And to you guys, Sir Jomar, John, Eugene, Geeks Out of Nowhere, and Karakoa Comics.
And
love you guys.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Love you guys. And, let's stay geek.
Yep.
All the time. Geeky all the time.
Yep. Okay. Eugene.
Ako, shoutout. Mention ko na lang din to, no? So those mga fan ng Power of Doom Vendetarama Remix ay nasa Shopee na.
Yuy.
Paki-search lang Library Angelo sa Shopee. Makakabili na kayo ng copy ng Power of Doom Part 1 for the low price of 260 pesos. Dahil, pwede nyo siya makuha mas mura sa viewing party na Mandy sa ano. May stock pa. Well, stocks
Oh,
last.
yeah.
Meron.
Marami
199 siya doon, 260 siya sa Shopee. Shoutout ko din sa mga pamilya ko, mga kaibigan ko, kayong tatlo. Sa team ko, sa Karakoa Comics, bagong pinapasukan ko, Kawangis. Shoutout ko din na well, yun lang. Sa family, friends ko, tsaka everyone else. Also, my father, get well soon.
Oh, get well soon to your father.
Get well soon po.
Yeah. Yun lang siguro. Yun lang muna siguro. Wala na ako maisip eh.
Okay. Ikaw, John?
Ako, shoutout sa wife ko.
Yeah, nga pala. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you na pinagyan mo ako mag-record. Tapos shoutout rin sa mga clients namin sa JL Geekery. Thank you sa continued support. And shoutout sa Kendo team.
Yun. Oo nga pala, no? Diba? Nag-booth kahapon.
Nag-booth kami kahapon. So hopefully maraming pupuntang bago sa January.
Eugene. January.
Yeah.
Oh. Libre naman yung unang practice. So yun.
Alright. Subukan sa January. So, i-message ko lang kayo.
Yeah. Kasi hindi pa naman 100% sure saan yung next na
na venue.
Yeah. Kasi alam ko yung sa San Juan parang December lang yata.
Sa January yata, lilipat na tayo dun sa Quezon Avenue.
Yeah.
Malapit sa amin. Gusto ko yun. Ayan. Ako naman. Shout out of course, shout out sa wife ko. Then to my parents na rin, especially to my mom na hopefully gumaling rin siya sa high blood niya. And also, yun, sa kapatid ko.
Check yung high blood, yes.
Oo.
Pa-check nyo.
Kapatid ko, then yun sa, college friends and other friends natin sa, over the podcast. Yan. And of course, mga iba pa nating kasamahan rin dito. And also to, yun nga, yung sa isang friend ko rin na may cancer, si Eloisa. So hopefully you're listening and yun nga,
fight cancer.
Yep.
Beat cancer.
Yep. And yun nga, still ongoing pa rin yung niya, yung fund drive for her medical needs. So hopefully sa nakarang episode yung iba nakapag-donate, and hopefully makapag-donate pa rin kayo para sa kanya, so na ma-continue yung kanyang gamutan. Ayan. And I think that ends our episode, no? So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Thank you very much to Eugene, to Mandy, and to John for joining us for this episode. And hopefully, guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and also follow us on our socials on Facebook, Instagram, Threads. Wala kami sa X or Twitter. Pero meron din kaming TikTok na hindi namin nagagalaw. And aside from watching us or listening to us on Facebook, Facebook, on YouTube, you can also catch us this episode and other episodes on Spotify. Yan. Yep. And with that, we end our episode. Again, thank you guys for watching and listening. I am Jomar together with John, Mandy, and Eugene, and we are 1, 2,
The Spirit Squad.
Geeks
out of nowhere. Yeah.
Geeks out of nowhere.
Thank you guys, and see you on the next
Nikki.
episode. Yeah.